All right, so here he is, the now former UFC welterweight champion, Leon "Rocky" Edwards. I still believe him to be 1 or 1A, one of the very best in the world. Outstanding striker, showed some good grappling chops even in the championship loss to Bilal Muhammad. Let's see what version of Leon hits that deck tonight.
You know, Leon Edwards has shown time and time again that he's one of the best in the world. Even when he lost to Kamaru Usman very early, he worked his way back to another championship opportunity where he ultimately became the champ and defending the belt on the multiple occasions. Leon Edwards, tremendous strike, great cardio, and smarts for days, man. One of the best walkouts also. He always seems so comfortable walking into the fire. That's when you know you got a true fighter on your hands. That's Leon Edwards.
Leon Edwards has stepped into the octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. +20 years as a mixed martial arts pro and a career that dates to 2004. Here's Nate Diaz making yet another UFC appearance here tonight. Doubt this man at your own peril. To Leon Edwards and everybody else, this man has proven that he can rise to the occasion at any point over a 25-minute fight.
And he needs the time, right? 25 minutes is where he thrives. That's where he makes his money. In the long fight, because of his cardio, his durability, and his mindset to fight for every second of the fight, the longer the fight goes, the more it starts to sway towards Nate Diaz's side. He's a savage, man. He's a tremendous fighter, and he's done so much in this sport.
June 23rd of '07, Nate Diaz made his UFC debut, still going strong a couple decades later. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. We send it inside the octagon, we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Leon "Rocky" Edwards. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Nate Diaz!
The esteemed Mark Goddard, our referee for this one. All right, great to have Nathan Diaz back on the proving ground here tonight. He's been a little bit inactive over the last few years, but he insists he's been doing all the right work and believes that Richard Perez boxing going to be heard from against this fellow striker tonight.
It's always so important to Diaz's success, his boxing. Tonight, it's going to be much more important. He needs to be the guy that's going forward, pressing, and making his opponent back up. When he was able to hurt Leon Edwards, he had him backing up. He cannot retreat. He's not a great counter striker. He's got to overwhelm his opponent tonight if he wants to get a victory.
Well, Nate Diaz has certainly found the range here early, DC. This is a fighter close to my heart, close to my left forearm. 209 representing well here tonight. A lot of movement for Nate Diaz on the feet and always responsible when it comes to that goal.
Yeah, he usually keeps his hands really high. Keep that shell up, hands in front of the face. He only takes his hands down when he's out of range to be hit. Nate Diaz is a very calculated striker.
Oh, man, the audible of that strike from our vantage point, I don't even know how to put it into words.
They just crash into each other, and every time you wonder who's going to fall.
Under 3 minutes now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round here.
Oh, my goodness. That one was thrown to end the fight.
Yep. All right, early round one action here. The game plan, of course, was to come out aggressively, but the landing percentage leaves a lot to be desired.
He hasn't landed anything. He's going to empty his gas tank trying to finish the fight when it's not working.
Six total strikes have already landed for Nate Diaz. All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Elbow now blocked by Diaz. Oh, a cut has just opened up on his forehead. That bears watching. What? Oh! So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these.
That will do it for the round. Diaz is bleeding from the forehead here a bit. Hopefully they can get that under control so it doesn't trickle down into his eyes in the next round.
It happens.
All right, back to the stools between rounds. That gives us time to look back at some of the replays, including some of those strikes that caused the damage, particularly to his forehead.
Damage to the forehead. Expect a lot of blood, but when you look at him, he looks like he still wants to be in there. It does not seem like the blood is affecting him. Now, you could want to be there as much as you want to, but you got to do things better defensively.
Let's go.
Or ultimately, he's going to get you out of there. He's got to move his head. He's got to stay out the center line, and he's got to press forward, put his opponent on his heels.
All right, put well. All of a sudden, we got a new storyline in this one. The cut on his forehead. We will keep an eye on it as this next round gets underway. All right, next round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmakers did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. Oh, that was a sick right hand.
Oh, it's a big left hook. So, DC, I'm not sure if fear of fatigue is a factor, but given his body of work in the UFC, you got to be surprised that he hasn't attempted to get this fight to the ground where he can let his submission skills take over.
Maybe he is anticipating a tough takedown attempt, and he doesn't want to put the effort it's going to take to get the fight where he's most comfortable. Once on the ground, he can grapple all day. The effort comes from him securing the takedowns to get the fight there.
Oh, nice job with the high guard. Perhaps we don't acknowledge defense enough.
I mean, this guy is a master of it. He takes no damage. He'll stand in front of his opponents, and because he has that conventional high guard, he doesn't take very many over.
Leon Edwards out of that patented southpaw stance, trying to find a home for one of his long-range weapons.
Yeah, Leon Edwards is one of the best strikers in the UFC. He's grounded on his front foot, very good at moving when he needs to, though.
45 total strikes have landed for Nate Diaz. Well, not this fighter's most accurate effort to date necessarily, DC, landing with 33% accuracy here against Leon Edwards. Good slip there by Diaz. That's how it's done, right? Land and then not be there for the return shot.
I mean, you got to stay elusive, J.A.
Nice job there by the Jamaican-born Leon Edwards as he gets the takedowns. You know, we're always banging on the hip kick.
Hold up, J.A. Hold up, J.A. Another opportunity to try to end this fight by submission. Oh, no, it's possible. Big slam, powerbomb. The Undertaker has arrived in the UFC. Oh, my goodness, a powerbomb.
So just when it looked like he might get gets submitted. He slams his opponent down with authority as the tide turns here. Edwards is able to transition back to side control now. Edwards trying to make some of these ground strikes count. Final seconds here of round 2. Diaz's eye is closing up. 10 minutes down. All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, let us show you all that was done in terms of the damage in that previous round. He has got a huge gash on his cheek.
I mean, there was that shot right there. That one landed and opened him up. What a nasty combination thrown by his opponent. But this cut now is another issue to deal with. He's got one of the best fighters in front of him, and he's dealing with this cut on the cheek.
All right, another round is now underway. Pretty good previous 2 rounds. We'll see who makes the requisite adjustments now moving forward.
The adjustments are going to be the key, John. When you're doing everything you're trained to do, and it stays this close, you got to really switch it up. Wood Corner was able to relay that message to their fighter better in between rounds.
Man, this fighter has never looked better, just continues to lead the dance in this fight, controlling the pace with his myriad offensive weapons. And the fighter on the other side. 3 minutes to go in round 3. Oh, he tags him with the straight hand there. Nice job by Diaz. Pretty interesting to see him mixing it up with the kicks here, some calf kicks, and now attacking the thigh effect.
Just throwing a traditional leg kick. The traditional leg kick is a little higher. Everybody wants to talk about that calf kick right now. There's still a lot can be done with those traditional leg kicks.
All right, so the numbers continue to pile up. 71 total strikes have already landed for Nate Diaz. Well, not the most efficient effort.
That was beautiful. Great setup, great precision, and now he has his opponent hurt. Oh, he's stuck in the guillotine.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Continuing to stay busy here on the ground. Well, sometimes our stat guys are stingy with the submission attempt numbers. There have been a lot of them here. Submission defense has held up every step of the way.
Yeah, he's a great grappler, and he's really, really good defensively. Refs won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Diaz is back in half guard. He's very comfortable here. Print the shirts, ground and pound. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of what was a great round, DC. Got to talk about that knockdown.
What a fantastic round. He was able to set up a great shot, got the knockdown. You have to be feeling good as he walks back to the corner.
You good? Good. Okay, let's go.
Championship rounds are upon us. Well, he's got a pretty good sidekick, and you saw it right there.
He did it great, and it pushed his opponent back. Notice how it creates space and allows him to get back to where he's coming.
Seems to have timed that counter pretty well. Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it. Feint left there by Edwards. Oh, slips and then rips him. How about the upper body movement there?
That jab is fast. Look at that jab.
Oh, that defense is the thing of beauty, right? Slipping, dipping, and avoiding a lot of these power shots.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of just defending. His eyes are very open, aware. He sees everything coming before his opponent throws.
For certain, got to make an adjustment, I would think.
Yeah, this is the time for him to shoot for a big takedown.
All right, butterfly guard now up against the fence, DC talks to him.
Yeah, and he's got some opportunities to get up here. He's got to elevate or create space with his feet, get back to his feet, and stand up.
Man, his opponent just continues to recover. We acknowledge that, but the striking advantage here is pretty crazy.
I mean, it looks like it's going to take one big one to end this night. He just has not been able to find that one stop.
All right, gets inside, gets the single collar tie here. Under a minute now to go in the round.
Oh, the kick landed. Yeah, he's got to. He's got to start checking kicks.
Oh, these leg kicks are really starting to pile up in this round as he continues to beat up that leg of his opponent.
Oh. This is the craziest fight.
Oh, he fires back now.
They're going at it here.
What a way to end the round. He got stunned by a huge shot there just before you heard the horn, so he gets saved by the bell. The question is, though, what type of condition will he be in when he gets up off that stool? 60 seconds here to recover. The onus is on his corner to keep his head in the fight. All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish, too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You okay? Good? Right, let's go.
And final round. Well, an appreciative capacity crowd on its feet as this well-placed shot there, DC. He is officially run.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on skates. Oh!
Diaz trying to scramble back to his feet. Oh, that Richard Perez boxing on full display as Nate Diaz lands the cross yet again.
You know, Nate Diaz's cross is long. We have seen him hurt some of the best fighters in the world with that cross. Tonight, he has landed it multiple times. Look for him to really sit down on it as the fight goes on. It looked like he hurt him.
Whiffs on the straight right hand. Edwards is...
That was beautiful, John. He set that up beautifully. His opponent is on wobbled legs now.
3 minutes now to decide the world title. All right, well, I don't have to be a judge to tell you he is losing this fight late in the game now. Time to start throwing up those submission attempts, I would think. Oh, another knockdown! Oh, look at that. Oh, how good was that hammer fist right there? Oh, another huge ground strike landed by him there. How much more can one man take? There is the story remains the same, and still the undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
To watch a man come from this guy started and become the world champion, but not only become the world champion, to remain the world champion is truly inspiring. What a performance by the champ.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Connors called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 55 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Nate Diaz.
All right, so Nate Diaz gets a big win tonight. I thought it was at his best. Certainly came in very conditioned as usual, and the boxing was on point too.
The boxing was on point. The cardio was ready.